Hello friends, this is Carrie and welcome back to I Like Reddit channel. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we have 5 stories out of the Entitled Parents subreddit. Let's begin. Our first story today is by Taipan821. Entitled Mother versus Emergency Services. So this story, again, happened many years ago involving an ambulance. There was a family fun day and emergency services had sent some vehicles down as displays for the kids to clamber over and have fun with. However, emergency service workers get bored, so behind the display was a section of operational vehicles parked up and operational crews having fun. We were talking fire trucks, police cars, and ambulances. What? We were bored that day. Now, the difference between a display and an operational ambulance is that the display ambulance has drugs locked away. The operational ambulance has the drugs easy to access. Operational vehicles stay locked at all times while drugs are inside. The story begins with myself in my paramedic uniform next to the operational ambulance on my phone. A kid comes up and demands to crawl over the vehicle. The answer is no, and he is directed to the display model. A short time later, the mother turns up and demands the kid be allowed to go through the vehicle as the other one has a long line. The answer is still no. It is an operational vehicle and it is required to be able to respond at a moment's notice. She continues to demand, so I direct her to the crew at the display ambulance, making her their problem. I don't hear from the entitled mother again. 30 minutes later, we are activated for a car crash. The fire truck responds, we respond, and the police car responds. We get to the scene, not catastrophic. The occupants have self-extricated, and oh dear. It's the entitled mother and her kid complaining of neck pain. I guess you get the ambulance ride then. Now, I might be an idiot, but am I the only one who thinks that the entitled mother got into the car crash specifically so that she could get the ambulance ride, so that she can have a tour of the ambulance? I mean, risking her life, her child's life, and anybody else on the road, it just seems really reckless. But I mean, that's what I got out of the ending of the story, was that she had done this on purpose in order to, get a tour of an ambulance, which I don't know. What do you guys think? Please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Moving on to our next story. Our next story is by Stargazer728. How an old rain jacket became my defense against an entitled mother. This happened about 2 months ago before all of the virus lockdown. To give some more preface, a long time ago, I got an old hand-me-down jacket from my uncle who happened to work in the prison system. This jacket happened to have a DOJ, Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Prisons logo on it. I've worn it many times, and it always garnered some interesting reactions from people. I just so happened to be wearing the jacket for our encounter with the entitled mother. Now, on to the story. Me and my fiance went out to grab a bite to eat on a Saturday evening. As we ordered and sat at our table, we decided to play on our Nintendo Switch, which apparently is entitled mother bait, while we waited for our food. After a few minutes, I had to go and use the bathroom. About a few minutes after I left, according to my fiance, some lady, the entitled mother of the story, came up to our table and had her child, the EK, sit down in my chair, which prompted this exchange.
EM, excuse me. Do you mind watching my kid? There's no play area here, and I saw that you had a Switch for him to play.
EK,
what games do you have for the Switch? Do you have Fortnite?
EM, starting to walk away.
Have fun!
Fiance, putting the Switch inside her bag. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but I didn't agree to watch your kid. He's your responsibility. Also, I don't trust people I don't know with my Switch. EK,
but my mom said I could play with your Switch.
EM, to my fiance.
Hey now, don't be like that. It's hard being a single mom. Plus, you obviously have the means to entertain my child, so why don't you help me out?
Fiance, like I said, I'm not responsible for your child. I didn't even invite him to sit here. Please leave.
EM, now listen to me. I know the owner here, and I will have you thrown out if you don't watch my child.
As the EM is yelling this, I happen to be walking out of the bathroom towards the table where my fiance was. As I'm walking up, the entitled mother sees me coming and notices the Department of Justice logo on my jacket. A smirk crosses her face as I got to the table. EM to me.
Now you look like someone in law enforcement. This rude lady here is refusing to give my little angel her Switch to play with after she promised to do so.
Me cutting her off with a stern voice. Is there a reason you're harassing my fiance and trying to take the Switch I bought for her? I watched as the EM smirk give way to a look that said, "Oh crap." She quickly grabbed her child and made a beeline to her table. The EM didn't bother us afterwards, outside of a few stolen glances. We got our food, ate it, and left after finishing our meals. I'm glad I picked that day to wear my uncle's old raincoat. Edit. Holy crap, this blew up. But to give more details about the jacket, I got it 15 years ago, and it was old when I got it. I never really had any issues from police officers when I wore the jacket outside of a conversation about where I got it. There are times, though, where I will have someone nervously ask me if I work for the prison system and breathe a sigh of relief when I tell them no. I wonder what makes them nervous. It's actually quite rare for me to wear it, considering that 98% of the time I wear other jackets I have. I took a look at the logo on the jacket and it is pretty cool looking. I highly recommend you guys go look at it. I still fail to understand why someone, let alone a parent, would drop off their child, their precious angel, at a table with a person, a stranger for that matter, to watch them rather than bringing something for the kid to do. That just seems like pure negligence and pure laziness put together. I mean, I'm assuming she's just going to be messing around on her phone the whole time until her food comes. I mean, isn't that what they always do? Why bring something for the kid to do when you can just drop the kid off with some stranger at the restaurant and then not have to worry about him? Well, at least until the kid goes missing or he wanders off. It's everybody else's job to watch Karen's kids rather than it being Karen's job. But what do you guys think about this whole story? Please leave your comment in the comment section down below. Moving on to our next story. Our next post is by Shy Girl Turned Sassy, entitled Mommy Wants Me to Cover Up at the Beach. This happened in December of 2013 in Melbourne, Australia. I was on the beach with a male friend just relaxing. We were all in swimwear, as that is appropriate attire for the beach. I was in a red string bikini. About 15 feet away from us was a family of 5, mom, dad, and 3 kids. I noticed the dad kept stealing glances at me every now and then. Whatever, I didn't care. Our relaxation was interrupted by an "excuse me" from the mom. I asked her if there was something wrong. She told me I needed to cover up because my bikini was too revealing. I replied with, "Yeah, it's a bikini." I was hoping that she would F off, but in typical Karen fashion, she continued with her nonsense, telling me her kids could see my legs and cleavage and that this was a place for families to spend time together. My attire was most inappropriate. Now my friend got involved and told her to stop harassing me. As she argued with him, I noticed while her kids were playing in the sand without a care in the world, her husband was still looking at me. He averted his gaze when I caught him looking. Now I know why Karen was Karening so hard. I was amused. I smiled at Karen and said something like, "I don't think it's your kids you're worried about. I think it's your husband." I gave her hubby a little wave as I said this, and he smiled back at me, but quickly lost the smile when he caught her death glare. Karen stomped away, and soon afterward, the family left. My friend and I got a good laugh out of this. I can't help feeling a little bad for Karen's husband for being married to Karen. I mean, that can't be easy, with her getting tossed out of locations all the time, with her having a hard time with acting appropriate in public without hitting somebody or cussing somebody out, or, the general BS that comes with being married to somebody who's toxic, and perhaps wondering if the grass is greener on the other side, i.e. not being married to Karen. Either that, or, oh, it's a pretty girl in a bikini, and she waved at me. Oh, Karen saw me. But what do you guys think? Please leave your comment in the comment section down below. Moving on to our next story. If you've been watching until here and are enjoying my content, please put some heart emojis in the comment section down below. Our next story is posted by Neiths124. EP tried to get me arrested at Walmart for being a bad employee. So I was at Walmart about 2 days ago because I was getting something for my dad. He's at high risk for this virus going around. But I had just gotten new Power Beats as a present from my girlfriend because I had been looking for them for some time. I was heading down an aisle because I needed to get some deodorant. I don't want to smell like garbage during this whole lockdown thing. While I was walking down the aisle, I saw some bottles of shampoo that had been knocked over, and I decided to put them back so that way employees could do more important stuff. QEM. I was listening to my music while I was putting my stuff back, so I didn't hear her call, or let alone notice her, up until she decided to yank my earbuds out, which hurt a lot. Me. Ow! Hey, what's your deal, woman? EM.
maybe you shouldn't have your headphones on while you're working a job where you have to interact with people.
Me, sorry, but I don't work here.
EM, but you're stacking shampoo bottles, so you must work here.
Me, no, I'm just trying to help out. Now please leave me alone. I wasn't in a very good mood at the time. I put my earbud back in my ear and she proceeds to yank it out again.
EM, for being so ignorant, you have to help me with my groceries.
I tell her no, use some colorful language that I don't want to repeat, and walk away to go grab the rest of my things that I needed. While I'm at the register scanning my items, I get a tap on my shoulder from a police officer. There's a police station just down the street from the Walmart, so they get there pretty quickly. Officer, young man, did you assault this woman? I tell him the whole ordeal, and in true EM fashion says I was
lying to get out of trouble.
Her son, who looked about 16, showed up and told the cop to look at the cameras and see what happened. We all went and did just that. The officer apologized, her son told her that he was going to move in and live with his dad, and the officer gave her a fine for making a non-urgent 911 call. So no crazy ending, I guess, but at least she was put in her place. Thank you for reading. I hope you all have a wonderful Easter, and please make sure you and your relatives stay safe during this pandemic. The OP also added in the comments section that they weren't sure how to add this story to I Don't Work Here Lady, so it got added here instead. Just putting that out there. I think this is a good ending to this story because Karen got a triple whammy of a reality check. One, OP didn't get into any trouble because the camera exonerated him from this type of allegation. Two, the kid didn't want anything to do with his mother, who can't go anywhere without acting like a psycho and wanting to go live with their dad. And three, she got fined for making a false 911 call. Do I think she'd learn anything from this? Probably not, because you have to stop being a narcissist long enough to realize that you were in the wrong all the way around. And that's something that Karens and entitled parents in general have a hard time with, because there has to be some self-awareness in there somewhere. But what do you guys think? Please leave your comment in the comment section down below. Moving on to our final story. Our final story is posted by DogEb269. Entitled mother yells at restaurant employees because she can't eat with her family of 5 and tries to kick me out. I witnessed my second Karen in the wild encounter today. In Hong Kong right now, the virus isn't that bad, so we can still go out, but wearing masks is strongly encouraged. Some places require it. So today, my friends and I decided to eat ramen at this restaurant in the city. Just me, my friend, and another friend. Restaurants closed down seating for social distancing, so there's less seats available. Now, the ramen restaurant is not very big, so there's only a few seats available. So here's the cast. EM, entitled mother, OP, me, F, friend, W, waiter, M, manager. So we're just minding our own business when this group of 6 walk into the restaurant. There are only a few seats available, so the waiter informs them they'll have to wait for a table to clear up before they can be seated because the seats are closed for social distancing.
EM, what do you mean I have to wait?
Waiter, because of the virus, we close seats for social distancing. EM,
oh, okay. Why don't you seat us there?
She says, pointing at the table with a sign clearly stating closed for social distancing. Waiter, as I said, they are closed. EM,
oh, it's fine. Just seat us there. We don't have the virus.
Waiter, I'm sorry, I can't do that. That's
EM, I'm sorry. I'm not asking you to seat us there. I'm telling you to. So please do so now.
Waiter, if you wait 20.
EM, come on. My angels are starving.
She says this as she points to her family consisted of toddlers whining about having to eat ramen. Waiter, we can seat some of you over at the bar if you guys don't need to eat as a group. Without even thanking him, she marches her family over to the bar and rips off the sign to make space for her kids. Waiter, I'm sorry. I can't have you do that.
EM, I can do whatever I want. I'm the customer.
Waiter, I'm sorry, but if you can't respect our rules, you must leave.
EM, let me talk to your manager.
The waiter scoffs and goes to get the manager, who is one of the chefs. Manager, what seems to be the problem?
EM, your rude waiter refused to let me sit at a table, so I had to sit here.
Manager, I'm sorry, but you can't sit here. There's a sign stating that these seats your kids are sitting in are closed for social distancing.
EM, I don't care. I want to eat with my family. They are starving.
Manager, I understand, but if you can't respect these rules, I'm gonna have to call the police.
EM, no, I'm a loyal customer. I've been coming here for a month. I deserve better service.
Manager, if you wait, we can seat you over there. He gestures at our table.
EM, okay, how long's the wait?
Manager, 20 minutes, gasps, and then walks over to us.
EM, you guys gotta go.
OP, what?
EM, you heard me, leave. You and your friends need to leave because you guys have been here too long.
OP, we're not done yet.
EM, don't talk back to your elders.
Manager, if you don't leave now, I'm gonna call the police for harassing my customers. Realizing now that she can get in some big trouble, she and her entitled family leave. I ended up getting the meal on the house, but still, some people can still be entitled during an epidemic. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I've ever been to a ramen shop where you didn't have to wait. I mean, 20 minutes is actually, pretty low, I'd say, to wait. But I mean, this entitled mother acts like she's being asked to wait 3 hours or something. And in which case, if 20 minutes is too long to wait, go somewhere else. But making a scene and causing trouble to the point where the manager's getting ready to call the police to have you chucked out or arrested is completely nuts. But what do you guys think? Please leave a comment in the comment section down below. That's all the stories I have for today. Links to the original Reddit posts will be in the description box below. Please stop on by Reddit to show the OP some love and an upvote. If you enjoy my content, please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification to let you know when I've uploaded new videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day.